Good evening and welcome to Let's Drone Out. As Jack struggles with some vampire teeth there, I'd like to welcome all our wonderful viewers and Patreons to Let's Drone Out this evening. And you are joined by Brighton Till I Fly.
Hello.
Everyone's favourite curry kitten.
Hello.
One day he
Tom
will
Star,
meow.
Tony.
Bonjour.
My wife.
And back from his travels with lots of cool cinematography, Cole.
Howdy.
And you are?
Oh, and I'm Stephen. Hello.
The man with the mustache.
Welcome to Let's Drone Out. And I'm in an especially bad mood this week because I've managed to do something horrid to my back that causes all sorts of twinges. So if I look a bit weird, it's because I've got all sorts of fun twinges going on around the general shoulder, neck, back area.
Are you on drugs to make it feel a bit less hurty?
Yes, a little bit.
Prescription or recreational?
Yes.
All of the above.
Jack, you still finding orange things. That's all I found. Ibuprofen.
Jack, do you want to explain why you're covering your body with strange bits of orange?
Because I don't own an orange t-shirt.
There is an implicit dress code this evening, and Jack is doing his best to join in with the kind of yellow-orange theme. He's got an impressive amount of orange stuff around his desk. I'll give him credit for that.
I tell you what, it's starting to hurt my neck now, this extra weight.
Wow, those
All Tony's found is some ibuprofen gel, which is borderline red. And Cole's got some sort of small cable.
It's more orange than red. And that's it. That's all I got. I don't own anything orange.
I have a micro USB cable.
I have
I'm gonna,
lots of orange stuff around here. Not a problem.
Shall we talk about things?
Yes.
Yes.
So what's happened in everyone's week this week?
Well, not much, but I was going to say one of the big things that we saw this week was the Express RRS 100-kilometer flight, which was very exciting to watch, especially the fact that the crazy man decided, like, I'll use 5.8 for video. What can go wrong?
Oh.
And we found out at about 80 kilometers out, didn't we? Before it came back again.
Yeah, Cole, I think me and you should have a go because you can type. And I know who that person is. We'll try and get them on because that was epic. Do you want me to play a bit of it?
I was going to over here actually. Because there's a bit that I remember jumping out when they crossed the 100k mark, and the display is just jumping around. They've had some interference, but when they crossed 100k, it was actually at like 100 link quality at the same time, which was
that's right. Not only that, they got the, albeit not great video, they got a video back at base. For anyone who didn't see it, the explanation is it was a one-way journey. But what they did, because with Express LRS you can have multiple radios bound to the same thing, one guy started off, flew it to a certain amount, and then the idea was the people 100k away would take over control and land it. And so they had this, they didn't have enough battery to go back and forth. So at like 50 kilometers was the it's no turning back zone. And although they did lose, they had some bad patches. So that he lost video at about 80k and had some dodgy telemetry there. But it came back. It came back good, and the people picked it up.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So here we are. There's a bit of DVR. He's at 100.0 kilometers. He's got his 21 satellites locked, but that doesn't matter too much because he's got 100% LQ at 100 kilometers.
What's 100 kilometers in real money?
60 something, isn't it?
It's like 1.6 multiplier. So yeah, it's like 60 and a bit, I guess.
It does have specific difficulties with it, because close your ears a second, Tony. One of the problems you get is the curvature of the Earth means that if you were to fly just a straight line, you'd sort of get cut off. So you've got to be up at a reasonable height to be able to actually get your signal over there.
Miles. 62, 64 we're getting in the chat. That's pretty cool.
Not too shabby. On 2.4.
Yeah, 2.4 on controlling, 5.8 on video, which was crazy. Yeah,
You're
it
actually
was variable
looking at
power, but it
video
did go up to
from
do what?
someone. This video was actually from someone who's at the landing site, not the launch site. They've got some video from the launch site. So he crosses the 100 limit here, and everyone, predictably, is quite happy about it. Oh, great! Thanks, YouTube. Yeah, now there we are. So, stop. Yeah, everyone's happy. But they actually regain video on the starting. After a while, they start to get video back. That is 5.8 video on a satellite dish with True RC X Air crosshair antenna at 100 kilometers.
Which is mental.
Then I think he found out afterwards he actually had, because he wasn't thinking about the fact it was mirroring everything in the satellite dish. He actually had the wrong polarization on the antenna and should have got a slightly better picture.
No, oh yeah, what? Because it's a reflection.
Because it's a reflection on a satellite dish, and he's like,
so it bounces and reverses. Ah.
Yeah, so all that, which he even got video at all at 100k, and then that's the guy who's actually at the other end there.
Up to minus 13 decibels from that little mess up.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh. Look at the devs. Do you know them? Why weren't you in that call, Stephen? Or are you more Betaflight dev?
I tinker with some Betaflight. I'm trying to help out the projects a little bit but this was just all the devs in the ELRS, and a very technical team, great team, doing some good work there. I actually had a word with them a little earlier in the week because we were trying to figure out some problems with the menus on HTX, OpenTX, where you can do menus. I used to be able to do it over Crossfire. You can do it over ELRS as well. And there's a couple of bugs with those that we worked out, and it looks like the menus for Crossfire, where you get the full CMS menu. CMS menu is what you see in the OSD. That's when you go into the OSD and you can toggle through all those options in Betaflight. That's the CMS menu, right? So that only works for Crossfire, but I think we've figured out that it should work with Express LRS as well. So it could be interesting. So you can go to the VTX change channel menu and everything as well on your radio, as well as the PIDs. You get just the regular OSD when you do throttle right and up, whatever it is.
It's very interesting. I think we should try the same thing, except in we buy ourselves a plane, and then I fly to Jack's, and then Jack flies to Tony. Tony flies to Stephen. Stephen flies to. I think getting into Cole's going to be a problem.
Yeah, it could
that's
be
quite a journey.
Old donut or something. Or maybe a small chocolate bar or something. Some little baton that you can pass on.
Oh, mate, the CAA would absolutely finger our buttholes.
Surprised you're not setting it up already then.
Forward to, isn't
it?
God, they would fist my arsehole.
Just say you're testing the concept of an air corridor.
Yeah.
It's for science.
Yeah. We didn't realize what was going on. We were task saturated. Throwback to last week's show.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Built and launched an aircraft.
I think the only problem is publishing it on YouTube. Otherwise, everyone's safe. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just carry on.
Also, flying over motorways and stuff like that.
Me are fine because I can fly over the sea and then just loop it in at the end to get to you.
When you see them do these flights, you look at where they're flying, and there's just nothing. They're flying over just this green canopy. There's some interference, and there'll be a radio mast next to a highway and just nothing else.
Where were they flying? Oz?
I presume it was Australia.
Yeah. They've got a lot of big empty areas.
They got a bit of room out there to do that, haven't they?
Yeah.
Well, although the Australian rules are pretty tight, aren't they? That said,
yeah. CASA's gonna fucking
editor.
Do them. Sorry, editor.
Have we got any I can't even say the bloody word. Innuendos we need to get out of our system already, or should we just see?
I don't know. I didn't see any news channel. All I've got is a Raspberry Pi powered dog.
Oh, that happened.
Yeah.
I can say for other newsworthy stuff, OpenHD have a release candidate now for their 231 Evo release. This is the one that's basically had to be rewritten fully after the one that came out about 2.5 years ago, and then the developer left and like none of the code worked. They've tried to rewrite it from scratch. I haven't tested that yet because they've dropped support for the lower end stuff. So the original Raspberry Pi, the Raspberry Pi Zero, doesn't work anymore, and I can't get a 02 unless I pay up big money from some horrific scalper. So I'm going to have to wait till they're more freely available before I can test it out.
I've got a 02.
They're making progress.
If I can find it, I can send it to you.
Yeah.
If I can remember where it is.
It's in the big pile of stuff.
02W. Yeah.
Oh, good enough. What have you purchased this week? What's the Stephen purchase of the week?
I feel like I'm being victimized here.
Not at all. We're just jealous.
My entirely sensible purchase this week was a very fashionable T-shirt that arrived. Let's start with that, I guess. So I was watching Bot Grinder's stream, and I do find his clothing line amusing. I quite like some of that stuff, so I thought I'd get this just to amuse me. It reminds me of the old punk metal T-shirts. It's called Lipo Death, with the lettering done in standard sort of death metal, dripping with gore sort of font, and features a very nice little graphic of someone flying what appears to be a 5-inch freestyle quad into someone's face, in the traditional death metal style. Yeah, pretty nice.
Very nice.
Yeah,
lovely.
Fashionable. Yeah, great for family gatherings, weddings, that type of thing. Perfect.
I've ordered an orange T-shirt.
I ordered an LDO
orange
hat.
next week.
I've left it downstairs, but
you should show the pictures of your LDO hat, because that one where it perches on the top of your head looks like you need to be sat in the garden holding a fishing rod or something. It's got such gnome qualities to it. I can't.
Well, being located kind of where I am, the north of London, it did rather remind me of East 17 with their ludicrous displays of hat wearing, where they just sort of perch their hats up on the top of their heads. So that was what was jumping to mind first, unfortunately. But
you would have been down with the kids.
Yeah, it is challenging. It's not an easy hat to wear. I mean, but you shouldn't really have difficulty wearing hats. But in this one, I was challenged. It didn't want to really work as a normal hat unless I had quite a mass of fabric on top of my head. I was struggling a little bit. I tried to sort of arrange it, but getting the LDO logo to show without looking like it was some kind of odd religious adornment was challenging. I experimented with a couple of different ways, yeah. So I worked on that. I tried to tweak that. Bank. Just
say
about,
what you say.
There you are. So right now, the only way to really get the LDO logo to show without the hat sticking off the top of the head is to get the bottom of the hat down to about chin level. And if you try and roll it up any higher than the bottom of your nose, you can't see the logo. So that was challenging. I feel like I've done a bit of user acceptance testing for putting on a hat, and I failed pretty badly.
Perhaps we can remark
that is the only way you can actually wear it as a hat, and then you can't tell it's an LDO hat because you've got to fold up you've got to fold this bit up so that you can't see the logo. Otherwise,
what you need is you got to put a little logo on the fold, on the inside fold, and then
yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. I think you should just pull it all the way down, just cut two eyes in.
If you pull it all the way down, we'll just remarket it as the LDO Squid Game hat or something.
Balaclava, yeah.
Something on it. And
have you tried
how they sized it? Why they chose to print the logo here? It's very odd. I don't know who to
cut a hole out in the
spread shop, so I don't.
Have you got it inside out? Is that the problem? I know, because then it'd be.
No. Why would they print the logo on the inside?
Because you push the bit through and then roll the bit out.
I could try, but it's got a label on the other side, so then there'd be a label sticking up the top of my head into the air.
raise an issue with our printing company and see what they'll say.
I am poorly qualified and unable to put on a hat.
Yeah, what's the worst that's going to happen? Like, we'll have to refund you, and you're already part of Let's Droneout anyway.
Well, I think the worst thing that'll happen is they might send me a leaflet with some big animal pictures showing how to put on a hat.
I expect what they'll ask us to do is say, well, you made the hat. Why don't you move the logo upwards? And then your customers wouldn't have problems.
Did anyone else buy the hat? Has anyone else tried? Am I the first person ever to buy an LDO
you're the first one, because the one I got's the old school one, which works.
I don't think we physically made the hat. I think we made a couple of T-shirts and tops, and then other stuff just popped up automatically. So it just bungs the logo on stuff, doesn't it? Or is it Tony's fault?
Why is it my fault? My one's fine.
Yeah, no, Tony got hats made via ladders.
Yeah,
his brother-in-law,
proper good,
or something like that.
Those were the original hats, then, yeah.
Yeah, and then because he done that, then people wanted hats, so then Tony had to get more hats made. But then Frank had to ship them because Tony's dyslexic, and that annoyed Frank. And then it's my fault.
Yeah, ultimately it's your fault, Jack.
Yeah.
Well, this is a Spreadshirt hat, is it not?
I think it is.
Yeah. So Spreadshirt.
Did anybody actually make the Spreadshirt hat? Because I think this was an automatic thing where they just shoved the logo there. So if we went on and actually fixed it properly and moved the logo up, then we'd probably be all right.
Yeah. I think
also, like, Spreadshirt gives people the ability to make. I mean, Win done it right. Win's got a really nice coloured hoodie with our logo on, and it looks good. But essentially, you could just make a pink on pink LDO hoodie or something bizarre like that, and you know, the rainbow coloured Tony Pride LDO logo.
Please don't do that, please.
Do it. Someone do it.
We've got a pretty cool logo. We should definitely put it on some more stuff. I kind of like it.
Massive thank you to
Mr. Upton.
Yeah, Dan Upton for designing it, and Richard Warwick. Thank you for the only person to order an LED board. Did you receive said LED board?
Did you get the sticker?
And did you get the sticker?
I'm sorry if you did.
It's so funny getting like a copyright query about that and being like, no, if you zoom in,
it's not actually.
It's not Vin Diesel.
It's not Vin Diesel. It's a photo of my friend Tony. And their reply was, that's fine. Say hi to Tony for me.
That's good.
Yeah, we're a bit late to the party, but the lovely Tom, who has become a close friend of mine, it's one of the Brighton Flyers, met via eBay. Today he helped me.
Oh, that's it. These are the new silent props, aren't they?
Yeah, he was talking about new stuff, and basically, it kind of almost makes me want to be like, it generates topics no end. But yeah, the toroidal propellers, a noise-killing game changer.
Perfect for Ukrainians.
The idea is it takes from wing design and puts more of that into propellers, right?
I think
so.
Yeah.
I've seen like toroidal boat propellers.
Yeah, they're very expensive.
Yeah, they're about $5,000, I think.
So what's all those graphs that it's supposed to be improving? What? Wow. Can you zoom in on the graph and see what they're supposed to be? What's better about them?
General noise reduction.
It stops the wingtip vortices, doesn't it?
Oh, I remember Jim Fan were obsessed with that a while back.
Yeah, with the little flicks on the end.
Isn't it that you get slightly less thrust, though, in these, although slightly quieter?
Did anyone hear a comment on the video about some of them exploding?
I think they'd be all right on like Phantoms and stuff. I'm not sure on 5-inch like high.
Yeah,
I think they'll probably break it.
High speed.
Yeah, on high speed.
But the guy's a bit of a, a bit dodgy because he just shows a racing drone with like a shed load of noise, and
he doesn't really compare them.
Yeah, the smoke test, you're like, what is that? And then you've got like a Flame Wheel 450 or whatever. But
it's really hard to understand if there's no comparisons. They're like, oh, this thing, it makes this much noise. But unless you've got the two in a side by side,
maybe they'd be good for computer fans and things like that in the future. To make the,
I think someone already tried them for computer fans.
Have they?
Didn't someone 3D print one?
I don't know.
There was some discussion
see the video,
about
but
3D print these, but
it does seem to make much more sense to put regular props on a quad, put the Torodo props on a quad, and compare that. Why would they have two completely different models?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's an element of we haven't got any made and making them and then balancing them. Because I think that would be the difficult part, is actually dynamically balancing them and statically balancing them.
Question: does anybody balance their props to 5-inch, or do you just think, well, they're only going to last a day and then I'll smash them up or something?
I think they're so well made now. I don't really need to.
You're going to put notches in them anyway, so.
Or even on bigger props. Bigger props, you might want to do it, but they're so well made, it's not worth doing anymore.
I've heard about people getting really worried about that with 8-inch and above,
plain,
but not
maybe.
7-inch or 5-inch.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever had to balance a prop before.
Even my X-Class 13.5-inch, they're all made so well now. I wouldn't bother doing anything.
Yeah, no one's using plain props anymore. That was the problem, right? Because the plain props had they didn't care about the tolerances. Vibration was less of an issue.
Yeah,
they're all proper quad props now. I think this comes down to something we were talking about before, where a lot of the stuff that Jack likes to chat about, it's kind of when it was moving from being plain parts to being the first quad parts. And now things have been specifically made for quads for a while. They're made with different things in mind, less vibration, all that stuff.
Yeah. Cole, have you got any footage or anything you can share of your trip?
Yeah, I got way too much.
All right, well, say where you went and how long you went there for, etc. Or think about the audience listeners.
Yeah, so, well, obviously, I mean, I live in Canada, and I took a 16-hour flight to Taiwan because my girlfriend is half Taiwanese, and we were visiting her mom over there. And basically, I brought all my quads with me. Got properly registered, did the right thing because, I don't want to mess with any government or regulations over there. So I did that. And I basically flew. I ended up actually meeting a bunch of local FPV people. There was like a shop owner, some guys who fly. I think maybe 2 or 3 different groups of people who fly. I couldn't actually speak with them. I had to use Google Translate to talk to them because obviously I don't speak Chinese. So that was really interesting. They actually don't call it FPV over there. They call it Chuanyueji. And I don't understand why they don't just say FPV, but apparently a sort of literal or direct translation of Chuanyueji means fly-through machine or something like that. To them, it just means drone or FPV drone, but a literal translation means fly-through machine. So, I mean, that was pretty cool. What else? Yeah, so FPV is Chuanyueji, and DJI drones is Kongpai-ji. So, I don't know, just sort of Chinese.
What's the translation for DJI then, if it's not fly-through machine? What is it?
It's aerial camera or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I learned a lot, actually. It was actually really cool interacting with people in a place that I don't speak the language because, we have to communicate other ways and use Google Translate for everything. But like this one group of guys, they showed me this like really cool spot. It was only like 10 minutes from where I was staying, and it's basically like a science and tech area, just like a commercial, industrial-ish area. And there was basically this like, I don't want to call it office park or like industrial park kind of thing. And I can show you guys a couple of clips of that. It was a really cool spot. Let me see if I can share my screen. I went there a couple times, but the first time it was like too late at night, so my footage didn't come out properly. How do I do this? I haven't been on here in so long, guys, that I'm like, present. Oh, okay. Share screen. Okay.
I love your cat in the background.
Oh,
just see
where?
her in the mirror.
Oh, on my backpacks. Yep. So let's see here.
What's your sound, Cole? That's all you gotta make sure.
Oh yeah. So
then make sure you close Pornhub, etc.
Oh shit! No.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, this is the area that I was flying in. Hold on, let me just fast forward a bit. So basically, it's concrete.
Say what you see.
Yeah, it's a huge concrete area, just tons of little gaps to fly through and whatnot. And yeah, so here's a little. I think this was like one of my. Yeah, I guess
this
business
looks like
park.
a large open public space. There's a lot of kind of pedestrian walkways and some covered bits and some
trees,
kind of cool street
posts.
sculptures, big wavy, cool canopies as well.
The crazy thing is,
by the looks of it,
not a single soul was around anytime I flew there, other than people stealing electricity further down the line because they can have little barbecues and whatnot. But yeah, this area, you know, it's basically an FPV heaven. I mean, you can.
Looks very bright, lovely place to go in the winter.
Oh, 25 degrees, and people are like, "Oh, I'm so cold." Like,
nice.
Pretty
Meanwhile,
cool.
Cole's sweated his balls off constantly.
Oh, I was just in shorts and a t-shirt, and everyone's looking at me like, "Whoa, dude! Like, what's
What are you doing?
Yeah, everyone's wearing
pneumonia.
Everyone's wearing full-out parkas there, and I'm just like,
wow.
Yeah.
What?
So hold on. So let me see. So I think this was like one of my first packs actually. So it wasn't.
So Doro hiding.
Yeah, that was Dorothy's knee. Okay, this was a good pack. I'll try to. Oh shit!
You knee fans out there.
Oh, I hope you guys can't hear that. Oh, very loud annoyingness. Okay, here we go. So I was playing it safe for the
sound. It's okay.
Okay, so I was playing it safe for the most part. The first few packs. Because I'm on analog, right? So I'm getting pretty bad breakup in these areas. I can show a DVR later, but the more you go, like, you know, the direction that I'm facing right here, it gets even crazier this way. So check this out. So, you know, I'm flying through that thing I was trying to power loop before, going under these solar panels, and then you can kind of go down here, and I mean, it's underpass. You can power loop that, and
bridge.
Oh, perfect power loop, killing
Lovely.
it.
Right, and like,
little palm
how could you
trees.
ask for a better location? Like, this is the coolest location ever, right?
It's weird. It looks like
cool.
a ghost town, though, doesn't it? There's just nobody anywhere that you can see.
There's nobody, literally no one around.
Huge
like
avenue. You've got two
It
rows.
was too
of
cold
trees.
for them. Remember?
There's a huge
You're
walkway down the middle.
flying
and
in
there's
their
just not a soul
winter.
on it.
Yeah, depths of winter. They'll die of exposure.
Well, the other thing too is I think it's
I love the shadows.
Oh yeah. Well, I think so, the one big building off in the back left or right hand corner was I think it was still being built. So like it's kind of like a little untouched gem, really. It's
nice.
Yeah, so this spot was really cool. On my second last day, I actually went back and I tested my luck. Oh, so I'm not sure if you can see. There's a guy riding. I think I tried to follow him at one point, but there's a guy flying or no, he's driving a little scooter.
Oh,
so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go look at this guy while he's doing that. I'm like, okay, no, never mind. And then, hold on. Sorry, guys, scrubbing through here. Oh, check that. So if you look in the left-hand corner, there's like a pile of scooters and kind of some people hanging out. Well, those people are actually just stealing electricity to have a barbecue. Yeah. So that was kind of fun. There was I did a scary thing at one point where I almost crashed into the scooter guy because I didn't see him. But that was tons of fun.
That was your spotter's fault, wasn't it?
Oh yes, I had tons of spotters here. Yes. I wish I could show you that one part, but I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's going to be. It's going to be findable. Oh, maybe it is. So there you go. You see the people having a little barbecue down there. Let me.
It must be quite funny. Like they're stealing electricity, being like, "Oh, we're being naughty." And you're just, casually flipping a burger, and then all of a sudden, like a little like electronic bumblebee that's got a rocket up its ass flies past you.
Yeah, it was
flying.
It's definitely interesting.
What was the attitude to FPV like? Was it just, you're just doing a hobby thing, like you could be
or
fishing?
Even drones in general.
Think about it. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, as over there, like when they see a white guy, they don't see white guys too often. So they're like, "Oh, cool, a white guy. Oh, what's he doing? He's flying a drone. Oh, cool." Like, that's kind of the general consensus I got from it. But it doesn't seem like they're too strict. I mean, there are, quote unquote red zones where you can't fly. Definitely, you got to be safe. And there is like a whole like drone map where you can fly here, you can't fly here. Here you have to fly under 200 meters.
How did you get the drone map?
It's just an app actually in the App Store.
Oh, cool.
Do you have any footage of the fighter jets, by the way?
I do, dude. So that was another crazy thing. Dude, not drone footage of fighter jets, but I have camera footage of fighter jets.
Big
dude, there's like F-16 Raptors just like flying by every day, just doing test flights. I'm just like, oh God, like what is happening here? So
do you have any footage of other people you're flying with?
Like of them flying, or just like me hanging out with them, sort of thing.
Just in general, I thought there was a guy who had like a Y6 or something, and all these odd little quads that you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah, there is. Let me just see if I can. There was one little thing I wanted to show, but I don't think it's gonna come up. But that's okay.
More shredding.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, you guys kind of got the gist of that location. Let's see here. I think this was the first night I flew. Basically, it was just flying on the street.
Black.
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
You're saying those people are seriously invested in night vision cameras, right? They all have like the best of the best.
Yeah, this shop owner out there, basically, he's working all day. The only chance he gets to do a fly is at night. So they're using all the Foxy or Cat cams and everything. And
nice.
I'm using this is the Runcam Swift 2. So if I showed you the DVR, you'd be like, "What are you doing?" But I mean, the streets are basically ghost towns, right? Like,
there's no cars or anything.
There's nothing.
Just gotta follow the street lamps.
Yeah, that's what I figured out, because I was trying to. There was actually a digger sort of in the little darkness area, and I was power looping it, but then I was like, wait a minute, my GoPro can't see anything. So, but let me see if I can track down where I flew with these guys. I think this was the
night flying.
This white balance was wrong here. Hold on.
I did end up sodium lamps or not.
Yeah, it was very, very well. It was very orange, but I didn't sort of correct for it. Give me a second here, guys. Sorry. So, I guess I should open the thing up so I can see it a little bit better. The previews. Okay, here we go. So this was the second time that I went out and flew, and I went kind of just a bit too late. But
nice little color in the sky.
Yeah, a little bit of color here. So actually, funny enough, when I popped up to this place, I was just coming here to fly by myself, and there was actually a group of guys here with a whole setup and everything, with a bunch of quads, like 3 drones. I don't know why, but they had a BMW SUV just parked like right in the path of flight, but that's fine.
They just wanted to rock up and get all the table out of their car and just fly 2 meters from their car.
Pretty much, yeah. It was, and surprisingly, these were actually some young kids with their dad who was driving them. These guys were like 14 and 16 years old, and they were just, they were having a blast. Okay, let me see if I can, near the end of this clip, I think I kind of come up to us, and there's a little group of us, and let's see. So I mean, yeah, this was based. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Did you do any country flying, like out in the country or anything like that?
I did. So there's so yeah, I mean, you guys get the gist of this. It's just kind of like, you know, office park or whatever you want to call it. But my girlfriend and I, we actually went out to this crazy I don't know, did I talk about it on here already yet? We went to this crazy bando that was an abandoned hotel that's actually like considered haunted by ghosts, abandoned hotel up in the mountains, and it was super sketchy. Like, we had to sneak in past this crazy barbed wire fence, but the original fence that's supposed to block people out was down, so you can walk in, but then there's like an even crazier fence we kind of had to get through. This spot was really sorry. Oh, spooky. Oh. Yes. This spot was actually very, very scary. I mean, for one, we had to kind of sneak in. For two, we're like the only people there in this like abandoned, scary, ghost-filled hotel. There's dogs.
There's no Ghostbusters in Taiwan. They're in America.
I know. And not just that, there's like street dogs barking, like, you know, in a close distance. We're just like, holy shit, what are we doing here? Like, basically I was like, let's get 2 or 3 packs in and let's get the out of here, because this is just crazy. And I'm also flying on analog. I was flying my old quad that has not as powerful of a VTX in it. And I also wasn't standing in the most ideal location. But yeah, check this out.
I love how Steven's holding on for dear life.
I'm trying to do something weird to my neck just to make it feel correct.
I hate neck ache. It's the worst. How about some ibuprofen?
So I don't know if you noticed, but on the top right of the building, there's like a security camera. So I had to sort of stay out of that site.
You didn't hover in front of it so the ghosts could see.
No,
that doesn't look cool though.
I'm not convinced there's electricity being provided to this place at the moment.
No.
Or is this like a modern camera?
I don't know. It's you'd be surprised. In Taiwan, everything looks like crap, but then like surprisingly everything's still working. But so take a look at this. Like this is like the craziest. Cool. Yeah.
It looks like it was built and then they ran out of money and didn't bother.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't know what it was. You want to hear the backing story of it? This was actually like the hotel of the rich and the elite of Taiwan back in like the 80s or 70s or something.
Oh, right.
And what ended up happening was, supposedly, you know, as folklore says, there was weird happenings going on.
I bet there was.
and just strange things happened. And eventually, like, they got a bad reputation because, you know, people are saying, oh, it's haunted this, it's haunted that. So the reputation kind of scared everyone away, and they couldn't keep up with the price, because this was actually one of the most expensive, like multi-million dollar in, you know, American dollars.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The weird noises coming from bedrooms.
Yeah.
I'm surprised film crews aren't out there, because the way the sort of nature's taking it back, it kind of looks like post-apocalyptic stuff you could use for any sort of zombie movie or anything like that, couldn't you?
Totally.
Yeah, and the right lighting, and you could have like CGI robots marching around that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get a little bit gutsy a couple times. Let me see, because I mean, you see where I'm standing, right? Yeah. I'm kind of not in the best situation to be flying on this side of the wall, but I also don't want to be caught by the security cameras. So, and plus this little area I thought was pretty cool.
That's very cool, so, the spiral.
Yeah. So I actually ended up power looping through the gap. This was the first time I ever did anything like that before. So
nice.
That was pretty cool. I think there's one other little, let's see.
Caroline said if there was any electric there, someone would be having a barbecue.
There you go. That's the test.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, if there's electricity to be found, it will be found. There was, God, hold on. sorry guys, I haven't even really gone through much of this yet because it's okay. Here we go. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna power loop it again because if I'm here, I've never power looped through gaps, so I'm gonna try it for the second time, and I managed to kind of do it. It wasn't like the cleanest or anything, but that was pretty cool. But yeah, so pretty intense spot. Pretty intense spot.
Very cool.
Yeah. So that was that. I think the first. No, that's not it. But so basically, you know, I flew some bandos, I flew some office parks, but then we went up into the mountains to where her grandpa lives. He has like this compound up in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, and I sent my quad about 1 or 2 kilometers out for the first time. It's a freestyle quad, so I had the wrong props. My batteries are toast. Flying analog, which actually was fine out there because there was like no what's the word?
Interference.
That's the word. So it was actually surprisingly fun, and it's the first time I've ever flown like this. But yeah, a little bit butt clenching, that's for sure. So, that's not it.
Especially when you turn around and think, oh, where was I? What bit of the hill am I on?
Oh shoot! I completely forgot to show you guys this other insane bando. What do you want to see first? Crazy bando or
the greenery first, please?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, mountain
top. Basically,
nice
you have to send it a little bit and loop back and see what you can do. A little bit more and loop back because I've never flown like this before. I was like scared shitless. So, let's see.
Well, just because of the size of the sights.
Well, you'll see. Like it's absolutely.
Well, give
insane.
us a full screen on that. You're just.
Oh, is it too small? Okay, hold on.
Well, because we see your screen, so you might as well like full screen it if you're going to share the whole screen, right?
Is that like that or?
You know, like double click on it. So.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, okay, yeah.
Whatever it is that makes you do full screen stuff on Mac, yeah, like that.
Okay, cool. So. Let me see. Fast forward. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, I kind of want to fly through these palm trees here.
I definitely like to fly through them. They look cool.
Yeah, but there's actually electric wires. If you look closely, there's a lot
between
of electrical
the trees.
Wires. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, but look at this place, guys. Like this looks like
that's great.
It looks like Jurassic Park or something.
It does. It's
mist on the distant mountains.
So this is actually where I was staying. This is my girlfriend's grandpa's little compound. This whole little area on the bottom left.
Can we book it for next year?
I mean, I don't know.
LDO trip to Taiwan.
Those mountains look fantastic. Were you tempted to go up into the mountains and do a bit of mountain exploring?
Let him get there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So at first, I was just kind of scared, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fly through these little trees, and I'm gonna see what I can do in this very close proximity. But then I'm like,
those electrical cables, they might as well be invisible.
Oh, dude, I know.
Especially with analog.
Yeah, I know.
So I actually sent my Mavic Mini through it, and I was like, I reviewed the footage. I actually almost hit them, but like, look how insane this looks. Like,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like river and mountains, and
dried up river, mountains. I really wanted to send it through
bridges.
Bridge.
But yeah. So this was my first pack sending it out, and I'm just like, okay, taking a little look, coming back. Whoop-de-doo, right? So so that was the first kind of, expedition with seeing what I could do. Well, I ended up getting a little bit more ballsy and testing out. And this was actually my last pack, and it was the next day because I was trying to play it safe. I didn't want to lose my quad up there. You're never getting it back. But another thing that's cool too, you don't need a dryer out there. You have a big
bamboo cane.
Yep. And then check out this garden. They're fully almost like, other than meat, they're basically self-sustaining. Yeah, like leafy green vegetables. They have a whole fish pond where they feed the.
Looks like stuff grows really well there.
All year round.
You're clipping, Cole. Weirdly enough.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Just enthusiasm-related clipping.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. But check this out. Like,
that's
what?
Nice.
Like, what is this? Like, this is the craziest thing I've ever flown before. And
geez, those power lines are everywhere, aren't they? Every time you think you're in the middle of a jungle, there's these cables just coming across.
A natural canyon up the hillside.
Those aren't power lines.
Rivers cut through it. That's amazing.
That's the top of a bamboo tree, I think.
That's.
I know. Before you went through some lines.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, they got to get power somehow, right? Oh yeah, you're right there. Exactly. Yeah.
I think
Trappy
said
that
it.
Little canyon up the hill, then.
I think Trappy said it best. Flying long range is like a rubber band, but that rubber band's your arsehole, and you got to stretch it out.
It does get you going, doesn't it? But it is great.
My heart was just.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
wow.
And you got to remember, I'm on the wrong props with the wrong batteries with the wrong drone, and I'm like
pushing further and further, and just like
man. Yeah, and I'm on analog too, and like, look how crazy this is. Well, no, I know, but it's still like, you know, a horror movie the whole time you're flying.
Yeah, you're on like what 800 milliwatt or something.
This was actually 500. I should have put it more because my crossfire could have gone further, but I was, you know, I still wanted to play it safe. But yeah, I asked the locals. They said I was about maybe 1 or 2 kilometers away from the place. So
yeah,
it was.
You could do it on Google Maps, surely. You could draw like little line.
Oh
yeah, you've got to be so careful of ground blocking yourself, though. Like,
especially going down too low here.
Yeah, so if I went too low, I would lose video. Then I'd have to go. Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing about analog.
Punch out.
Yeah.
It actually comes back instead of doing what it done to Tony,
blank,
where it just shows you the last
one frame. That's nice, man.
Wow.
How long were you out there for?
Almost 2 months, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need a 2-month holiday in Taiwan.
Right? Yeah. I feel like everybody, if you ever have a chance to go to Taiwan, do it, and definitely bring your drones. Or so I should say, Chuan UAGs.
How did you deal with the travel side? Because I've never actually taken mine in an aircraft.
Oh, you mean like how did I bring my drones there?
Yeah, you've got a whole bunch of lipos. You've probably got a more sensible number of quads, but you still got a fair chunk of equipment, and some of it's delicate, and some of it's like.
They normally think
were you worried about?
Yeah,
like. Well, were you worried about anyone at the airport going? You can't.
Did you get your butthole fingered?
So surprising, yeah. National Geographic, National Geographic in real life, exactly. Okay, so, dude, no one asked me anything at the airports, going there or coming back. My chargers and my sort of like repair stuff was all in unchecked luggage, and nobody asked me a damn thing. No one said anything to me.
So you just sat on the plane with like a backpack full of lipos, basically.
Lipos, drones,
or do you tape up the plug and everything, or
just put it in a lipo safe bag in my backpack?
Wow.
Yeah.
Easier than others.
I think you're only allowed a certain power, though.
Well, yeah, but that's per battery, isn't it? That's
it
like
per battery,
up to 100 watt hours or something, but you'll never exceed that. And I only have like 6 batteries anyway, so
that's like not a problem until you get to cine lifters. For like quads like this, it's easy to go under 100.
I mean, we were flying with our X class to Texas.
Look at those power lines, man.
I know.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I mean,
what a beautiful place to fly. I'm looking forward to you putting something together for your YouTube.
Oh yeah,
I'm seeing this proper HD.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's like I have so much to go through and to edit, but you know, it's
and my crap as well. Oh God.
Yeah, I got Jack's stuff to edit as well. So you know, I'm
from 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Out of focus shots of Jack soldering quads together, all this stuff. I can imagine which you want to edit.
I know.
You know what? I don't mind. Like, Jack's my buddy, so I'll help him out. Like it's
I think he quite likes finding out what I get up to, and it's not me soldering, it's me trying to touch Tony inappropriately, and
mainly
like
the mega mix.
Yeah. So there's one last thing I was going to show you guys.
Oh yeah, that other bando bit.
So there's technically two, but I won't. I'll just give you a slight preview of this one. I randomly found this on the side of the road when we were traveling around the mountain or the island mountain. No, the island. Yes. And
there's a car.
Yeah,
a lorry and 2 bikes. Wow.
Oh, you know what? This was the annoying thing. So that one, my good pack, for some reason, it was recorded the wrong way.
But GoPro thing.
It's okay. I
fixable.
It's fine, but everyone's in their head for
Fix it in post.
It's gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt old Stephen's
But like,
neck.
just driving down the street and I just found this like structure like this just willy-nilly, right? Like, and the crazy part was I had to fly from a haunted house parking lot because this whole area was fenced off. But
another haunted.
Did you find out what the local translation was for power loop?
Or haunted house?
I didn't actually know. Okay, so now to the real deal. So my girlfriend wanted to go to this like fancy Starbucks that was all made out of shipping crates and whatnot. Well, that's the building in the back left, what's red and white and whatever.
Yeah.
So, but in the not so far distance behind it, look what's here. Like the most insane looking place ever.
It does look metal though. How did you cope?
Big old bando.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry, Tony.
It's it's metal. It looks really metal there. All of it.
Dangerous bad signal.
Yeah,
did you survive?
Cope?
I sucked it up. I don't know. I saw through the breakup. I'm not looking at the breakup. I'm just looking at what I can see.
And
there is no try. There is only do.
There is no try. There's only do. Yeah. Basically, this was like a sort of like an entertainment and party place pre-pandemic, and it's all made out of shipping containers, and it's actually really cool. But obviously, the pandemic kind of had a different mind of its own or whatever. But super cool spot. This is actually the second day that I went because I was a little scared to. I didn't go inside before, and not looking back at the footage, I wish I did more because there was more stuff I could have done, but woulda, shoulda, coulda, I guess. But
what was
so this was walk out with all the kit in one piece.
Yeah.
This was their winter, yeah.
This is their winter, yeah.
So did you get much wind at all, or any windy horrible days?
Super windy. It is very, very windy in Taiwan in general, just because it is on. Oh, what the heck was that? It is just right off the water. So maybe I can show you a quick little thing here. So if you look towards the distance there, that's actually the ocean just on the other side of those trees. Like I'm literally right beside the ocean. So the wind is pretty insane. I mean, it was fun too because there's these like shipping containers you can kind of fly through. Then there's the bando.
And no one there.
Nobody
at all.
Dude, at any of these spots, nobody. Just ghost town. And
too cold, isn't it?
Well, I mean, this was in the south, so it was actually about 27, 28 degrees this day, and that's the winter time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Me and Tony would be dying of like heat stroke.
I like it like warm.
So I ended up actually finding. Well, the first day I didn't want to try it, but
DVR.
Yeah, I will show you. But check this out, guys. You can go down. You can go back. You can power. Look at that. Look at that.
Brilliant.
I tried for it a second time, but no, I couldn't do it that
bit.
There's one part actually I gotta show you if I can find it that was so intense where I almost just obliterated everything, and somehow I managed to save it. Okay, I don't think it's in this pack. No. Oh, yeah, there you can see me here. I'm just in my my Hawaiian shirt and just just having a blast. Okay, let me find this one clip. Oh, that's not it. Oh, let's see. No, that's not going to be it. Oh, no. Let's see. There's one like you have to see it. I have to show it on here because it's you'll almost certainly feel like shitting your pants just watching it. I think it's here. Okay, let's see. Is it this one? Okay. Yeah, check this out.
Down.
Oh no, it's not this one. No, okay, I lied. Hold on.
It is a very good playground, though.
Oh my gosh! Every place that I found is just like the coolest spot ever, basically. Okay, it's got to be this one. Okay,
submit it for a lift.
We need a holiday.
Check this out. Okay, here we go. So go for the power loop. No, come on. Where the heck is it, man?
You need to label these.
I know. Okay, it's got to be this one. I was trying to, I wanted to do stuff in a line. Okay, here it is. Watch this. Okay, almost crash. Do this. Almost crash into the building. Get out of it.
Some of your best work when you're nearly crashing.
Yeah, literally. I think that clip right there is probably the coolest clip I've ever gotten. Where this power loop is almost fatal. I'm barely and then almost hit the rail. And then almost crash into that, it's insane.
That is your end clip.
You did it.
Yeah,
nice one.
And I did it. And the craziest part is that I'm flying super old gear. This is really old electronics. Oh, I went for the split S, didn't do it. This is just KISS V1 24 amp singles on an Apex and some Velox motors and. Yeah, it's
all affordable fun.
Yeah,
all affordable fun. Yeah, and
you're right, Stephen. Look like you're going to die in a minute.
Yeah, I just got some twinges. That's all.
Take some more drugs.
Might stop.
Ibuprofen.
Yeah. So that was that spot, and then this is my demise. I basically only broke props the whole trip, and then my very last time I went back here. I killed a motor.
Last battery, last time to fly here. You said last. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So watch this. I think I crashed into the ceiling when I tried to do a power loop here. No. I think I do a sketchy power loop. Oh, there, right there. Okay. Roof. Is that what it was? It looks like I must have hit the roof.
You got up too early.
Yeah. So then I tried to turtle out, but my motor was actually was completely off. But I was able to turtle out, but then I tried to take off again and let's see. Does it work? No, I think I just gave up and was like, oh no, rescue mission. Yeah. So and then I put my motor back on and I'm like, okay, sweet. My drone still flies. Go to do a roll and just boom.
Says no.
Yeah. Very nice, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's probably the
show
coolest.
And tell.
Yeah, probably the coolest thing ever.
Man. Great footage.
I don't know if you guys want to see any DVR, if you guys have had enough, but
I think we're nearly out of time in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, are we? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, well, just to give you an idea,
pretty good. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but it's not too good either. It's
I've seen worse.
That's fairly clean. Yeah. Not too shabby.
Yeah, the fusion's doing the work.
Yeah. So it's it's
sometimes it's
voltage low, man.
If I was flying there, I'd probably have put my power down.
Yeah,
25 all through that metal would have been less reflective. And
yeah, true.
It's a gamble, isn't it?
It is.
It is a gamble.
You can never trust. I can't trust my batteries because they say voltage low, and then I land, and then they go up to 14.9. So they're just old and tired.
Yeah. I definitely need some more 4S packs. Yes, I am not a 6S man. I'm still 4S. I definitely need some. Mine are knackered now. They're 4 or 5 years old. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got to invest in some more batteries.
Do you not get the Thunder Power deal anymore? Do I not even talk to you?
It wasn't even Thunder Power, but no, I don't get in contact with any of them. No, not at all. But I think I'm still going to buy them because I still liked their packs. They were still good 4S packs. So that, or I might talk to Menace. I don't know if he's doing 4S stuff yet because I know he's
can't get batteries out of him for love nor money.
Oh well, maybe he's not got any then.
About it. Oh, I think he's got stock. Just don't know what he's up to.
Right?
Yeah, it's all tattoo.
Just trying to see if I can find.
Tattoo's nice, but the common sizes always seem to be out of stock, and they've got kind of crazy sizes.
I like 1600 sort of 4S
metal in them
size. I don't like flying 1300, so I like a bit more weight.
Do 1300 on a 6S, never mind a 4S.
How much more flight time do you get from a 1300 to a 1600? Like,
not much more. I just prefer the weight.
Yeah,
huck it over stuff,
and you get a little bit more punch.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
because it's a little bit bigger.
My batteries are pretty sad. Where I take off and they're already down to.
Yeah, they need changing. Same as mine. I probably flew 200-300 charges, probably more than that, maybe in 4 or 5 years.
Just really wanted to show you guys this DVR where I actually lose full video for a good 4 or 5 seconds, but
a pretty clean DVR for the most parts.
It's good.
It does well.
Bashing up your gear. Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to find it in a reasonable amount of time.
It's all right, man. We can show it to us again when you've had a chance to review it all. I mean, you must have.
Yeah, and do premieres after the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, is this it? No, that's not it. Sorry, here it is. Okay, check it out. Okay,
brace.
I mean, okay, here we go. And as you notice, I'm at 351 milliwatts. Why? I don't know why. Yeah. So
the one definitely helps.
It does.
I think the 1% saved you here.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah.
That's weird. You must
trying to fly behind concrete, man.
What it was too is, if you notice, I'm actually facing the other way. I'm facing the other way, and then I go over here, and then that's where all hell breaks loose.
The fact is that you're able to turn around instead of punching out and then crashing on the roof.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was okay. I knew I was facing the one direction, and I saw it breaking up, so I turned around, and I don't know, maybe it was a bit of luck and whatever, but
good save, man.
Stephen, do you want to see us out, seeing as you've done the intro?
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, thank you to Cole for showing us his awesome footage, and we hope to see some more of that in the near future. And
thanks,
you have been joined by Cole, of course.
Thanks
for coming back and saying hi to us all.
Yeah.
Jack, Brighton till I fly.
Hello. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Patreons.
The Ton Star, Tony.
Bonjour. Cheers, guys.
And
my
myself,
darling wife.
Stephen. Thanks to all our wonderful Patreons who are currently scrolling around at the bottom there. Really appreciate all of you keeping us on the air, helping us get editing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. And this show's live every 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. UK time on YouTube. So if you want to tune in and you've listened to the audio podcast, you want to see Cole's videos, they're available on our YouTube. Let's drone out.
What's you wiggling at us? What are you wiggling at us?
Just some ESCs.
Yeah.
4-in-1s.
Brave new world of 4-in-1s.
Brave.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.